we bought our house in 2020, in February of 2020 actually, and things were just starting to go haywire at that time. So we got a great price on the house, but what we walked into was a 1992 time capsule. We didn't actually start to get serious about designing the kitchen until 2021. And when we did, we definitely went with Ikea. When we called around, nobody wanted to even come over and do a quote. You know, pandemic stuff. And when we started looking at kitchen designers and doing a new kitchen with a company, the price range was about $30,000 to do a kitchen the size of this. And we thought, well, Ikea has cabinets, we'll just go there. But then there was a supply shortage, and it wasn't that easy. So to be completely honest with you, when we started designing with Ikea, in our plan with the IkeaPlanner.com, we had upper cabinets in this kitchen. But as we were picking up supplies when we could, when they actually had them in stock, and we started putting this kitchen together, we realized we might not need upper cabinets. And honestly, that's how this kitchen was born. So when this started to come together and we had all the bottom cabinets in, I realized I can fit every single thing that I had in my uppers and my lowers in the last kitchen that was here in all the lowers. So really, what do I need uppers for? And we did throw around the idea of putting cabinets behind me on right there on either side of the range hood. But then I thought maybe it's going to be too cluttered now. And we also thought about putting them right here. So we thought a nice shallow cabinet with maybe the open concept with the slats in the windows, maybe, you know, that would look good. But then we thought, no, that's going to make it look boxy in here. Let's just see how we do without it. And it worked out so good. I really love it. I love how this kitchen is. And when people come in here, I don't know if they're just, you know, trying to make me feel good, because that's what people do. But everyone who comes in, that the first thing they say is like, you have no upper cabinets? Like, how does that work? Well, let me show you. Let me give you an idea of the layout of the kitchen. So when you come in through our garage door. The dining room, when we first came in here, had carpet, and the wall had a great big china hutch on it. So removing the wall here was a really smart idea. The dining room and the kitchen area isn't all that big, so I'm really glad that we removed that wall and we opened up the space. Now, right here is where our stove used to be. So the stove was here and the fridge was here. We ended up selling all of these appliances, and all the cabinets we moved to our garage and our shed. So our electrician moved our stove over to this wall for us. And this wall here didn't have anything on it at all. What a great area and opportunity for a coffee wall. When I designed the kitchen on IkeaPlanner.com, I did put cabinets in here, but they really looked a little bit too bulky, and I thought maybe it wasn't going to be a good idea. Are you ready for this? Because we're going to go through my cupboards. You got to see how this is organized, right? So you'll know if, you know, our uppers really need it. My slow cooker's in here. Rice maker, tablecloths, hand towels. What's in here? Oh, the food saver, the soda stream, the waffle maker. These last two cupboards, I'm pretty sure we hardly use anything in there anymore. I do use my measuring cup, and I never use that mixer anymore. I used to bake and decorate cakes, so I've got a lot of my stuff tucked away in here for that kind of thing. It was one of those things where I took a course and then never used it again. Yeah, the cheese graters, if you need to tuck food away, the rolling pin for baking pies and stuff that I never use anymore. The junk drawer. Oh, look at that. Soft clothes. Love. So the junk drawer, it's nice. Like, I'm sure I could have this stuffed full of whatever, but I like to try to keep it under wraps. So I know I'm always, like, it's always handy to have tape on hand. and candles that you probably use once a year maybe, or never like we do. And then these, like, why do I need these? These are stickers from the grocery store. We don't have any kids. I keep them for the neighbors next door if I ever hear them crying outside. I'll run over and give them to them. But what else do we got here? Food. This is our main food cabinet. And, well, we don't eat a lot of packaged foods. So a lot of the foods that we do eat are in the fridge. Down here, I use this for cleaning supplies, but I could have used it for a garbage bin. This top part, because it's Ikea, it can be taken out and then it could just fit a whole size bin there. But we live in Nova Scotia, and in Nova Scotia, we have very strict rules about our trash, rubbish, recyclables. So we keep them here. Now, the clear bag is specifically for garbage, and the blue bag is specifically for recyclables, and then this is for paper. I was hoping for under the sink to be the area where we put those types of bins, but our plumbing got in the way. So this drawer turned into another storage unit for cleaning supplies. All of the mixing bowls and my strainers. Oh, and a salad spinner that, again, we never use. Like, I could probably get rid of some of this stuff. I honestly don't use a lot of it. And here, these are where all the main dishes are. The pots, the pans, all the cutlery. And I was cognizant of when dishes came out of the dishwasher, they quickly go from that area to this area. So in here, I think I've got a serving set for 6 people. All of the cutlery. And then the bottom one, I've got baking sheets in here. Oh, this I got from Ikea as well. So this just comes out. Oh, this is my soul. This comes out. And I store my spices and my oils in here. And I've got cutting boards in here. And I also, because we knew this wasn't going to be our forever home, these are something I think I got at the dollar store, and I wanted to put them in the bottom of every drawer because I didn't want to mark anything up because we knew we would be selling, and I wanted it to look good for the next people who move in, you know? Over here, I actually use the drawer underneath my oven. So I've got more baking pans in here, more frying pans, and the pans you use for pizzas. And then, I'm gonna show you a little trick that, so we're selling our house right now, and it's nice to have the air fryer just tucked away, because when people come and wanna look at, a nice clean house, I don't want them to see the air fryer out on the cabinet. I usually keep it right here. Okay, what do we have in here? Okay, well, we're in the Maritimes, so it is a necessity to have, these things for lobster. And all kinds of stuff, like things that you probably don't use all that often, but do you? Like I use these probably every single time I cook. And all my measuring spoons. All my pans. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pans, another pan, 5 pans, a pot, 6 pans in one drawer. And then all my pots. You can see there's quite a bunch of pots in there. And this is this is a sous vide machine. Moving over here, I did tidy up this area for you because I was like, oh my gosh, I think my tea stash is probably a little bit messy and overwhelming for people. So this is the best. We use this place first thing in the morning. My husband drinks coffee and I drink tea. So he opens this up, makes himself a coffee, and we have all the things we need here. His sugar, and then down here I've got my teas. I only drink stash tea. That is like the best tea in the world. And oh yeah, look, the toaster, which we never use. There's all kinds of stuff in here we just don't ever use. Vases. Well, I did have tulips out recently. And what's in here? Oh, these are all of our medications and vitamins. And down here, all of if you ever need to take a water bottle with you, you've got it. Or take your coffee with you. We've got a blender. We've got, I can never remember the name of this thing. Because you know why? I don't use it. the food processor. Yeah, more cups, all kinds of stuff. So really, like, this kitchen has absolutely everything you need, even though it doesn't have upper cabinets. The only thing I don't have anymore, and I gave away, was my KitchenAid mixer. I thought my aunt could probably benefit from that more than I do, because I don't really bake. And that is how a no upper cabinet kitchen works. Well, for us. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you what I do. And honestly, I love this kitchen so much. We are, like I mentioned, getting ready to move and sell this house and go to a new province. And we've been on the Realtor app looking at houses, and every single kitchen has upper cabinets. So I see a renovation in our future. You should subscribe. Oh my God, did I just tell you what to do? Should. I said should. I said should.